Hey, what's up guys, it's Pyfantastic here, and today I'll be teaching you how to get Sub-10 on Pyraminx. So I'm making this video because a lot of people have been requesting this, and yeah, let's just get right into the video. So first, let's start off with hardware. There are 4 cubes I would recommend you to get, and the best option for you is probably the Chi MS Pyraminx. It's a really fast Pyraminx and it suits a lot of different types of turning styles. But if you know your type of turning style and what cubes you like, and you're okay with something a little more expensive, so if you like doing a lot of wrist turns, then the Moyo Magnetic Pyraminx is probably the best. But I really like it even though I only do flicks. So if you want something a little more lighter and you're okay with a bigger cube with light tips, then the Moyo Magnetic might suit you. And then X-Men Bell is probably what most people who flick would like. It's a really smooth puzzle, but it's a little heavy and it's not as fast. It's super controllable, so it's very reliable in competitions. So this will be an option if you have a little more lighter turning style and you can turn a little accurately. And it does have really strong magnets, but I do occasionally lock up on this because it does lack a bit in forward corner cutting. It's not as effortless. And then the GAN Pyraminx, which is my main. This just has phenomenal corner cutting, and I feel like it suits people with a very harsh turning style. It has really good corner cutting, as you can see. Its reverse corner cutting is also really good. So the second tip is to learn all the last layer ALGS. You don't have to know all of them for Sub-10 honestly, but it would help a lot if you do learn it, because I have to learn it at some point. So definitely learning all the last layer ALGS will help a ton. So the third tip is you have to decide what method you're going to use, which is either the top first or V first. In this video I'll only talk about the V first methods though. So in V first methods, you definitely do not have to learn L4E to get Sub-10. Even Sub-5 actually, layer by layer, you can easily get Sub-5 using layer by layer. So those videos which tell you need to know L4E to get Sub-10, don't believe them. It's very easy to get Sub-10 just with practice using layer by layer. So my fourth tip is to learn to solve the tips a little more fluently. So let me just do an example right here. Rather than doing all the tips in the start or in the end, I like to solve the tips while I'm doing those parts of the cube. So for example, for this solve, I would do something like this to solve both these tips, and then do that, and then move this tip because my finger is in an optimal position to turn it, and then I would do this L4E. And again, you don't have to know L4E, I'm just using it because that's the method I use. And for finger tricking this, I would actually hold the tip on top like that and then move this like that. So that's an example of how it solves tips. So don't solve all the tips towards the end or in the start. Try to solve it when your fingers are in a good position for you to be able to solve it. So my next tip is to use finger tricks. If you're solving a Pyraminx like this, honestly it's impossible to get Sub-10. So you have to use finger tricks, and I will actually give a kind of a walkthrough to the finger tricks I use. Fingertips, haha. Okay, so the way I grip a Pyraminx is by keeping my middle finger on the edge, like so. For only my left hand though, and my index finger goes here and my thumb goes here. And the reason why I like to hold it like this is so I can do U moves very easily, like so. I used to hold the Pyraminx like this with my middle finger down, but that would make U moves extremely difficult, so I moved my ring finger to the top, which helps me finger trick U moves way easier. And my right hand is usually in the old grip which I explained, so thumb on one side, index on the other, and ring finger on the downside. So this is what I usually do, but sometimes I do move my ring finger to the top like so that I can finger trick U moves way easier. So now I'm gonna show you how to finger trick every move. So for U, I would do something like this, U prime that, or you could do this and this. For R and L, this is pretty intuitive. Just turn it like that. And for B, what I like to do is, for B prime, what I like to do is take my ring finger over here and push it down on this side. So that's what I use for B prime. I don't use this very often because it's very easy to mess up on this move. And for B, I would just do it with my left finger. But I don't use this much. I usually just cube rotate and do that, because I find that this is... I just can't finger trick this properly. But if you can, then that's great. You should continue using it. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and a lot of people have been requesting this, so I hope it helped you all out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.